Let's face it, smartphones today barely resemble what we once called phones. Over the past decade, they've evolved into pocket-sized tablets, stretching wider, heavier, and more demanding with every new release. Each launch cycle promises something better, but that promise has become predictable. Larger screens, smaller bezels, thicker camera bumps, and slogans that insist size equals innovation. Yet, many of us are quietly fatigued. We're tired of wrestling with massive slabs of glass, of using both hands for a quick text, of phones that feel more like burdens than companions. Somewhere along the way, the industry decided that growth meant progress, and users simply had to keep up. Now, as whispers circulate about Apple's upcoming 2025 lineup, one name keeps surfacing: the iPhone 17e. The leaks suggest a more affordable model, designed for cost-conscious buyers. But does the world really need another cheaper iPhone? It sounds practical on paper, but it misses the bigger picture entirely. Apple already dominates the mid-range segment without trying. Older Pro models instantly become the best deals once prices drop. A discounted iPhone 16 Pro still outperforms any hypothetical budget model that cuts corners to hit a price point. Why settle for a new device with a lower refresh rate, weaker materials, and stripped-down features when last year's flagship does it all better? A phone like the 17e risks fading into the background before it even launches. But there's another path, one Apple has explored before and might be wise to revisit. Instead of yet another mid-tier compromise, imagine the return of something radical: the iPhone 17 mini. In a world obsessed with size and spectacle, a compact flagship could be the most disruptive move Apple could make. Think about it. Every company is racing to make bigger, thinner, flashier phones. But what if Apple dared to go smaller, not as a downgrade but as a design statement? Small wouldn't mean less, it would mean smarter. A perfectly crafted compact phone could stand out in a market flooded with giant rectangles that all look and feel the same. There's a growing group of users who rarely get attention in product keynotes. Professionals who carry phones all day, creators who value comfort as much as power, and people who simply want to use their device one-handed without dislocating their thumbs. These users don't want a weaker phone. They want the same flagship performance in a body that respects human ergonomics. Imagine a sleek 5.4-inch OLED display with razor-thin bezels and a slightly taller aspect ratio that maximizes screen space without bloating the chassis. You'd still enjoy immersive visuals, but the phone would slip effortlessly into your pocket instead of announcing its presence with every step. Of course, critics will dust off the same argument that haunted small phones in the past: battery life. In 2021, when the iPhone 12 mini and 13 mini launched, this complaint was fair. The tech just wasn't there yet. But 2025 is a different world. Apple's rumored A19 chip, built on an advanced 3-nanometer process, promises massive efficiency gains, faster performance with dramatically lower power consumption. Combine that with new stacked battery cells and OLED panels that sip power instead of gulping it, and the old small battery equals bad battery life equation simply falls apart. The limits that once defined small phones aren't technical anymore. They're philosophical. If Apple can design the ultra-thin iPhone 17 Air that stretches the boundaries of what's physically possible, it can absolutely build a compact flagship that lasts a full day. The pieces are all in place. Imagine Apple going all in. The same A19 silicon across every model, the same 48-megapixel camera with advanced computational photography, the same silky smooth 120Hz ProMotion display, just in a smaller frame. No artificial compromises, no light experience. A true iPhone 17 mini could deliver everything the larger models offer, only in a size that feels natural again. At that point, it wouldn't be a niche experiment, it would be a revelation. A Pocket Pro, for those who want all the power and polish without the bulk. It would redefine what premium really means in an industry that has mistaken bigger for better. Imagine slipping a flagship device into your jeans pocket and forgetting it's even there until you need it. That's not nostalgia. It's progress in a different direction. And the demand is already bubbling under the surface. Search trends for compact flagship phone and small premium smartphone have been steadily climbing. On forums, Reddit threads, and comment sections, you'll find passionate users clinging to their iPhone 13 mini, refusing to upgrade because nothing else fits their lifestyle. They're not resisting innovation, they're waiting for it to come back to their scale. Samsung has moved on from small phones. Google's Pixel line keeps growing. And while some Chinese brands have dabbled in smaller designs, none have nailed the balance of performance, design, and long-term support the way Apple can. That leaves a huge gap, and Apple is perfectly positioned to fill it. The company already has the ecosystem, the chip design expertise, and the software optimization that others can't replicate. What's missing is the willingness to challenge the assumption that progress always means more. A true iPhone 17 mini wouldn't just add another model to the lineup, it would send a message. It would remind the world that innovation isn't about chasing extremes, but about refining the experience. It would show that Apple still values usability, comfort, and human-scale design as much as raw specs. Think about the cultural impact it could have. Reviewers would celebrate its bold simplicity. Creators would highlight how refreshing it feels to hold a device that isn't trying to outgrow your hand. Everyday users would feel seen again, knowing they don't have to compromise performance to get portability. And unlike a budget model that fades into obscurity within a year, a well-executed mini flagship would age gracefully, becoming one of those rare products people look back on with affection. Apple has always claimed to prioritize user experience above all else. This is the moment to prove it. The technology is mature, the audience is ready, and the market is begging for something different. The only question is whether Apple has the courage to rethink what premium means. Because maybe the smartest move forward isn't making phones bigger, faster, or flashier, but making them fit us again. So where do you stand? Are you still holding on to your iPhone 13 mini, hoping for a true successor? Or have you reluctantly adjusted to the giant screen era because there was no other choice? One thing's certain. If Apple brings back the mini with modern tech and no compromises, it won't just make a comeback, it'll make history. Sometimes progress isn't about taking another step forward, but about stepping back to what made us fall in love with technology in the first place.